Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm going to start out by saying this is not a paid advertisement. This is simply one new mama to a bunch of other mamas just telling you my story and what's been on my heart. And yeah, so let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, so I wanted to hop on here really quickly and talk about something that has literally changed our life. A little bit of a backstory. I am a first-time mom. My little boy Bear is 12 weeks old. I can't believe how fast it's gone. I feel like he was just born yesterday, but he's 12 weeks old and we're first-time parents. And like any first-time parents, we didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how much our life was going to change. I didn't really have much interaction with babies before my son. The first 5 weeks of his life were very overwhelming. That is the best word I can think of. I loved and I still love being a mom. Like, you can ask my husband, my whole goal in life, I just want to be a mom. Like, give me all the babies. And so I loved it, but I was so overwhelmed. I think what overwhelmed me the most is that I could not put him down. I could not put my son down. He wanted to be held. He wanted to be rocked. He wanted me to walk around my apartment with him until he fell asleep. And then when he was asleep, I couldn't put him down because he knew it. I don't know how, but he knew it. And he would wake up and he would cry. So I'm gonna first start out by telling you how I heard of Moms on Call. I was desperate and I reached out to anyone that would listen to me or give me advice on Instagram. I put an Insta story out there about how I had been carrying him for 2 hours because I couldn't put him down. He was crying. Like, I had to go to the bathroom with him like wrapped on me. That's how bad it had gotten. And I just asked for help. I said, does anyone know what to do? I need other moms to just give me advice. One of my friends reached out to me and she asked if I had ever heard of Moms on Call. But she said that she did it with both of her babies and they're both great sleepers. And that alone, I was like, where can I find this information? I want to start tomorrow. She told me they had an Instagram page, so I went on and I looked at their Instagram and I just like went through the pictures, and they're so generous enough to have, I think, 2 photos that I saved. One was a 4 to 8 week schedule. One was what to do with baby when they wake up in the middle of the night. And then the third one was an 8 to 16 week schedule because he was 5 weeks old, so I didn't know which one I was gonna do with him. But I said to myself, I said, if I do this, I'm going to stick with it. I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. I'm gonna follow what they tell me to do. I'm not gonna take shortcuts. I'm not gonna pick and choose things that I do like, and I'm not gonna edit out things I don't like. I said, you know what, if I'm gonna do it, I'm all in, let's do it. I didn't buy the books right away. I went ahead and started based off that one picture that they posted on their Instagram, and it was a 4 to 8 week schedule. Why I needed it? I needed it because I didn't have a life. You can still have a life even with a newborn baby. I am a first-time mom and my baby sleeps through the night. People say, man, you're lucky, you just got blessed with a really good baby. And while he is a great baby and we're very lucky and blessed to have him, I don't consider us lucky because he does that. I consider us having put in a lot of hard work to get to this point. So that's why I needed Moms on Call. So now I'm gonna go through what the book provides you, and then I'm gonna go on and talk about what that first week looked like for us until he got used to the schedule. So when I got the books, it was 2 weeks after I started the program. I did it for 2 weeks without the books, and then I went ahead and ordered them. You can get them individually or get the pack of 3. I decided to get the 3-pack because one, and this is the one we're on right now, is 0 to 6 months, and then they have a 6 to 15 month, and then they have a toddler book. So I said, you know, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it. So I went ahead and got all 3, and I'm planning on doing this up until he doesn't need it anymore. But right now we're on the 0 to 6 month book. When I got the books, I honestly just expected them to like tell me when to put him to bed and when to feed him. What I got instead was an explanation that Moms on Call was invented by 2 pediatric nurses who have 18 years of experience and a bunch of kids. Like, so not only are they real moms, but they're real nurses, and they are the ones that wrote this and have lived it. That right there on the first page sold me. They tell you about them. So that alone established trust from the beginning. But when I opened the book, I was so shocked to see that they talk about shopping lists, baby shower lists, how to bathe, what bowel movements are supposed to look like, nail clipping, skin care, common illnesses, fever, cuts, scrapes, bruises, like how to care for all of those things. I was so shocked. I was like, okay, so this book is like a Swiss Army knife, right? Like, it's got everything in it that I could possibly need. So I keep it very close by so that if something happens, I can just reference this and then, you know, obviously call my doctor. It talks about like breastfeeding, formula feeding, how to wean, like everything that you could imagine is in here. How to swaddle, you know, what to do, troubleshooting if they're waking up in the middle of the night, how to deal with your baby in the middle of the night. And then it obviously has the schedules in it. Right now, we are on the 8 to 16 week schedule. I started this at 5 weeks. So we started on the 4 to 8 week schedule. So that's how old he was when we started. It talks about like maintaining good habits. Like, this book has just been amazing to me. I've already read it like twice just because I just want to keep remembering and reminding myself things that I might have forgotten along the way. What was the initial startup like? So our life pre-Moms on Call looked like him cluster feeding every hour and a half. He would wake up every 2 hours. He would wake up at 2, again at 4, and then at like 5 or 6, and then he would just like cluster feed the rest of the day. This mama was getting no sleep. My husband saw how tired I was, and so he was so excited when I told him we were gonna get on a schedule. And so he has also been a big advocate for this because he sees that it works. So the initial startup, he was 5 weeks old. He was sleeping in our room still in a pack and play. It has like a bassinet attachment right next to my side of the bed. So he was sleeping in our room. They really push for the baby to sleep in their own room. For me, I know I said I was gonna do it full force, 100% right, but I'm not gonna lie guys, that took me about a week or 2 to actually get the courage to move him to his own room. So what I did was I started using his room for naps. That was amazing. Once I started transitioning him to his crib for naps, he actually started sleeping longer for me at night. I started feeling convicted because I told myself from the very beginning, I was like, Grace, you're gonna do this and you're gonna do it right. You're not gonna skip out on anything. I personally planned on moving him to his crib earliest 6 months. But the anxiety started like really building in me the more I wanted to just move him to his own room, because I knew that's what was best, and that was what's gonna take my 5-hour sleeper to hopefully like a 7 or 8 hour sleeper. Those thoughts were not from God. I had to pray and tell myself, you know, the Lord has a plan for Bear. He knows his last day of life. Whether it be now or when he's an old man. And I need to put my trust in the Lord. But I would just pray, you know, Lord, just like cradle him and comfort him and protect him, and just give me peace to sleep. So we went ahead and transitioned him to his crib at night. Let me tell you, he gave us, I think, a 6-hour stretch the first night that we did that. Like he didn't cluster feed anymore after we started Moms on Call. He ate exactly when he was supposed to eat. I would say the first 3 days are the hardest. It took about a week for us to fully get adjusted to everything. Since then, he has transitioned to a new schedule. So he's on an 8 to 16 week schedule now. So it pushes the bedtime up earlier than 9 o'clock. So he goes to bed at 7 now. And when we transitioned to the 8 to 16 week schedule, he slept through the night. Full 12 hours. He was 7 weeks old when he started sleeping through the night. I am so grateful for this company and these 2 women. It's just amazing. no swaddle. We do use the sleep sack just because it gets really chilly in the room. But hands are free and he is just out, and he will not wake up again until probably like 6:30, 7 o'clock. But I really wanted to make a video explaining like why I think it's awesome and what it has done for our life, and how grateful I am for that friend reaching out to me and telling me about it. And again, this was not a paid advertisement. This is just one mama sharing her heart and hoping to, you know, have some other mom that's like, what do I do? Just like maybe see this, I don't know how, but maybe they would see this video and just be like, okay, I want to give it a try, and it changed their life like it changed mine. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, feel free to hit subscribe. Have a good night, guys. Thanks. Bye.